Hey, what's up guys? Out here again with the DJI Spark. About 5 days ago I posted a video talking about the USB port and how my favorite thing about the DJI Spark is that you can transfer the files from the Spark to your computer without you having to remove the SD cards. And during that video I mentioned that the Dronie mode sucks because the angle at which it travels upward is so shallow. It doesn't go up at a very steep angle, so basically it ends up running into anything that is nearby you. And immediately following that video, DJI released a firmware update for the DJI Spark, and this update is supposed to fix that problem and cause for the Dronie feature to elevate the drone at a steeper angle. So I have not performed that update on my drone as of now. So as you can see here, it says that there is a firmware update that is available, and so we are going to try the Dronie feature once right now, without the, or we'll do it a couple of times right now before we update the firmware on it, and then we'll come back after we update the firmware and we'll compare the footage. We'll launch from the same spot and we'll do all the same stuff. We're out here in Texas right now, and we have this really awesome long street where we will hopefully not be hitting anything. But just in case, I'm going to have my finger on that stop button so that I can stop this thing before all disaster. So let's get this thing in the air and see what it can do. I am not going to update that right now. Go into my control modes, into quick shots. Dronie, hit OK. Okay, and I'm going to hit go and hope I don't run into anything. So that's pulling away. And you can see it kind of is going pretty level actually as it pulls away. It's almost, I mean, it's about 10 feet off the street maybe, and it just dipped down. Now it's about 6 feet off the street. So yeah, it's not going up. It's just not going up at all. We're gonna have to stop it if it doesn't stop here soon, because we're getting close to some trees. Yep, stop. Okay. We got about as far away as we could. So it literally did not lift up at all. We're gonna do it again. Okay, so we're in Dronie mode. We're gonna try this again. Our takeoff level is 6.5 feet, 7 feet above takeoff. We're gonna hit go, and she's gonna pull away. We're gonna see if it has a consistent result. Last time it went from about 7 feet to about 10 feet, so we'll see if that's consistent with this right now. This time we're even drifting a touch to the right over there. Hopefully we don't have to stop it earlier than we did last time. No, it's drifting back. So all in all, Dronie is just pretty inconsistent with this firmware anyway. And yeah, it's definitely not going up. It sucks. Basically what I'm trying to say is that Dronie just sucks right now. So we'll do this this firmware update here, and we'll get figured out if it has any change on that, as DJI claims that it does. So alright, I'm going to stop it right here. We're at 400 feet. 400 feet, and we're at 6.2 feet, which is the same as the takeoff height. My favorite part, sport mode it on the way back. Whee! Power that on. There we got our firmware upgrade notification. So we will hit start. There we go. Upgrade is in progress. Alright, so update is complete. Please manually restart your aircraft. Okay. Alright, now, so improved photo resolution to 4K in gesture and active track modes. I don't really care about that, that's great. And an option to adjust the infill sensitivity, something that was observed, so that's great. And a 100 degree entry mode. Added a new gesture for video recording. That one is extremely important. I'll be doing a video on that extremely soon. So this is the aircraft will send to 5 1.5 years, below 4.5 years, 3 years, 4.5 years, if no subject is detected for more than 1 minute in gesture mode. So if you're doing gesture mode recording or photo that goes to automatic tracking mode and it can't take more than a minute, it's going to descend to 1.5 years or 3 years, depending on the height you're flying for. Flight distance quick shots can now be set in the DJI app with great maximum flight distance while using the remote control. Also, flight directions for circle heats can now be adjusted, so that's cool. Fixed an issue where the aircraft didn't ascend high enough with the Dronie quick shot and optimized rocket. Okay, so that's the one that we're testing today. Going through the update process for the remote controller now. So let's take this thing out and test it out. Alright, got the spark back down here. Gonna power this thing back up and get it going. So we're gonna get this all connected up and then we are going to test this out. We're in the same spot down here, so we're gonna just run it down the street here again from the same spot and see if we get any more height. My hope is that we get high enough to go over those trees there at the very end of the street. I'm not quite sure how that's gonna go, but we'll try it out. All right, let's get her off the ground. Here we go. Yay, it already looks like it was getting a little bit of elevation. Yep. We're at 8 feet high now, 9 feet. Come on. 10 feet. 10 and a half and dropping down, 9 feet. 10 feet. And dropping back down to 8 feet. Yep. Cut it out at 400 feet and we were 10 feet off the ground. Go into some settings, see if we can't figure out what's going on. So I've been looking through the settings on the DJI Go 4 app, looking at everything, and I cannot find a setting control for the angle that this goes away from me. So I'm going to try it again here and see if I can figure anything else out. If not, we'll take it in and see what we can do. Go for it. See what happens. 6.5 feet. Staying at 6 feet. 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5. Back down to 7. 6.5. Back down to 6. Up to 7. 7.5. 8. And it ended the quick shot on its own. See what we get. 7 feet. 6.5. 7. It needs to get up or it ain't gonna go over the mailbox. 6.5, 6 feet, still at 6 feet elevation. It's going behind the mailbox from me. If anything right now, it's worse than what it was before. So I'm going to hop online, see if I can figure anything out with this thing, because, wow. So I'm going to hop online, do a little bit more research, and see if I can get this figured out for you guys. Alright, so I've been back inside, I've been researching all over the internet, and the only problem that I've been seeing the people have been having with the DJI Spark with the new update is that you have to do the updates on each battery, that you have to confirm the update on each battery. I'm pretty sure that the battery that I used during the test where I was seeing if the update worked, I'm pretty sure that that's the battery that I used when I did the upgrade. But I put the other battery in, I did confirm the upgrade on that, and so we'll see if it did anything, but I don't know. Right now I don't have my camera person. Jen's inside right now with her family hanging out, so I am going to try to get this thing working here one last time. One last little hoorah on the test. I just want to make sure that I have done my due diligence here. I've been looking at DJI's forums and the websites and all of those things. Haven't found anything at all. So I'm going to power this guy on, get everything all situated, and see what happens. Going through version check right now on the DJI 4 Go 4 app, collecting the device info, see if we can make this thing happen. Latest firmware, we're good on all of our sensors. Home point, everything's been updated. Let's try this thing out. So we got her up in the air. We're selecting our stuff here. Dronie, the distance that we want it to go. First I'll go for a minimum distance here. Started out at 5 feet on that one. Raised up to about 8 feet. 9 feet. Back down at 6 feet. I'm going to stop it there. 250 feet away and 6 feet off the ground. Select my subject, Dronie. Now this time I'm going to go with 120 on the distance. $120 on the distance. Let's see what this one looks like. Starting out at 6 feet of elevation. I'm talking about elevation when I'm talking about the height or the distances. It said the quick shot was interrupted. So when I set my distance to 120 meters and hit go, it only went back about 10 and it stopped. Let's see what it's doing this time here. Yep, quick shot ended. So then when I come in here and I set it to 10 meters and hit go, it's going to pull back here. And it's going forever. We're at 150 feet, 200 feet, 240 feet, 300 feet, and only 11 feet off the ground. Now I got one more thing to try, because a part of the update was that when you push the control stick in the opposite direction that it's going, that it will stop in quick shot mode. What I want to find out is, can I control elevation in quick shot mode now? Because you didn't used to have any control whatsoever with the remote. So I'm going to send it off again, just set to 40 meters. And see if I can control my elevation. And I cannot. It is not responding at all to elevation. So, alright guys, well I think that just about concludes this. I have tried everything that I can. I've gone into all of the setting menus on the DJI Go 4 app. I have rebooted, I have upgraded, I have updated both remote and the drone and both batteries that I've been operating with all day today. No matter what I've done, it has not done anything to improve the angle at which it does the Dronie feature. Nothing that I've done has worked. So it's safe to say that the update for the DJI Spark needs an update. They need to get in there and really make this thing work. It'll be interesting to see what the next update is. I am excited to test out one of the other features that I read off on the list of things that are upgraded now since this new version of the Spark firmware came out, and that is the gesture mode for video. I said this when I initially introduced the DJI Spark on this channel, and I cannot wait to do that. I'm going to wait a couple of days. We're going out to the lake, and I think that's going to be a perfect opportunity to test out the gesture modes. Alright guys, well stay tuned for the next video on the DJI Spark, which is going to be on the gesture modes for videos, to see how those work, if they work. If it's anything like this, it might be a pretty disappointing video, but either way, we are going to get that figured out. And also, if you found any answers on the Dronie feature and how to improve that angle or that arc, or a setting that maybe I haven't been able to find, please let me know in the comments section. Also, if you found this video to be useful, please like it, share it with your friends, get the word out there that we are doing these videos. Until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves, make it a great day. Peace out. Alright, DJI, get your crap together. Come on. Hey.